This is a run-through of my SMART presentation. So on my first slide, I have all these shapes here, and the students would use the shape pen tool. We go up into here and switch to the shape pen. The students would be able to draw the shapes that correlate with the ones that are already on the screen. This would give them practice drawing the shapes and seeing how they look. Then, if we come down to my next slide, I have a table where I can arrange the different animals into categories by dragging them, and they are infinite cloning images, and they would be able to arrange them from mammals and not mammals, and they could also use the timer to time themselves to see how fast they could do it to try to get it better each time, to learn their mammals and animals that are not mammals. On slide 3, the students will sort the words between sneaky E words and other words. So they would just drag and drop them into the categories listed. This could be something that they do in front of the class as a class, and we would be able to say if it was correct or incorrect. Next, on slide 4, we have the reveal tool by erasing. So up here are prompts as to different shapes. Name a shape that can stack and rolls. So the students would have to name the shape, and then they could come up here and erase the shape to see what shape it was. Same with each of these. They would be able to erase the color background to see what shape is listed below. But they would have to guess the shape first and decide if they got the correct shape or not after they revealed it. For slide 5, we have a little bit of a game where the students can roll the dice, and over here is what each number stands for. So number 6 would be a free pass, and they got number 1, so they would have to do this square. So they would have to say how many sides are on a square. It's 4, and then they can move the shape to reveal the correct answer. And the same goes for the rest of these. They can move the shape to find the correct answer hidden behind. Here we have another reveal tool, which would be the color reveal tool, where the students would have to reveal what shapes. I know I have it. So these ones are reveal. So this one can only go side to side, can't go up and down. Then there's another one, it can only go up and down and not side to side. Same with these ones over here, they can only go one direction, not the other, and they would be able to reveal what tools. No, I had another one over here. And then there's a cube. So they'd be able to reveal what shapes fit into each of these categories by moving the colors in each direction. Then on slide 7, we have this. So we have the shades, so you can reveal each question at a time to not make it so overwhelming for the students. A triangle has 3 vertices and sides, and I made this smaller so the students could use the magic pen to draw a shape around and magnify that to make it bigger for the students to see in the class. And then they would be able to really emphasize that a triangle only has 3 sides. And the same down here, if we reveal the next one, a hexagon has 6 sides and vertices, and then we could emphasize that it had 6 by creating that rectangle around it, so it will zoom in. Then we come down here to slide 8, where I group together different shapes. They would have to put them under the correct category. So those shapes would fit under 3D, and these shapes would fit under 2D shapes. On the next slide, we have what shapes are in the picture, which is a link. You would click right on the question, and it would take you to this picture, and the students would be able to label what shapes they see. Rectangles, triangles, circles, squares, and they would even be able to label how many they've seen, as in differentiation for students who were at that level that would be able to distinguish between how many they would see. Next, we have these 2 different shapes. We have 2D shapes and 3D shapes. And if they click on the little icon, it'll bring them to a YouTube video.
Not all online education is created equal. With more than 20 years
2D shapes and 3D shapes, giving them a little fun activity where they could get up and move while learning about the specifics.
experience supporting schools.
So they're just little songs that they could view. Same with the 3D shapes. It takes you right to a YouTube video on 3D shapes. We come back here, moving back into the animal category. They would spin the spinner to see which animal they got. They would have to guess the sound. So cows say moo. They would click, it appears, and then it gives the sound for that animal. Same for the horse and the pig. Down here on slide 12, we have the pool tabs, where they'd have to guess if it's a mammal or not a mammal. So cow is a mammal, and then they would reveal the answer by clicking on it and seeing that it says mammal. Same with snake and humans. That's a tough one for kids because they usually can't distinguish that a human is not a mammal. Next here is where the students would be able to work with a partner on this activity, and they could use the magic pen, which they would learn in class. They would get to write their answers. This is a circle. Then after writing them, the answer would disappear when they went to do the next one. Oh, I think it was. So then after they're done, their partner would be able to write the words to without seeing the correct answers. Next, I have a table where I use the shade that would show the vocabulary. So we would talk about mammals, discuss what they were, and students would have to define what a mammal was. And then down, if I slid this down, they would reveal the definition for a mammal. Same with reptiles and fish. And then that is it.